It's bothering him, and it's got a spasm in it, so they want to put some heat treatment on it. And I think you're just able to basically go to meetings and get a little light workout today.
Will he be able to play?
We're counting on him, yeah.
Do you almost have to have him, given the amount of personnel they can put out there at wide receiver?
Well, we don't have to have anybody. You know, he's obviously, though, played very well this year, and it'd be a tremendous loss, but that's just part of football. If he's not there, somebody's got to step up and get the job done. It's just a neck, it's a muscle spasm. There's nothing wrong with the neck. There's no disc problem, nerve problem, anything else. So, you know, I'm sure they'll have it relaxed. I'm concerned he didn't have a good full week of practice, but he should be ready to roll on Saturday.
Would Devontae play spur if he couldn't go for long stretches?
We could put him in an emergency. DeMario's been playing very well for us, and you know, Antonio's just played so well. He's kind of kept everybody else off the field. But DeMario's had a good camp ever since we've moved him. He's been consistent, and the problem would be if he has to go too many snaps. But we need to get ourselves off the field, and Devontae, I think, could jump down there at any time and play it. We don't want to have to make that move.
Ellis, what's your read on what makes Olive Wilson so effective in particular?
Well, strange that I went on a recruiting visit down to their high school during that 1 month I was there, and I remember he was a very good high school quarterback, and he came from an excellent program down, I think it was in Greenwood, Arkansas, and that plus the fact that he's, you know, I think he's coached by one of the best in the business. Bobby's route schemes, the concepts are so good, and he's had the opportunity to play behind Mallet, and certainly I'm sure he learned from that too. But he's as good. I mean, he really does. He can hit every ball on the field, and they stretch you everywhere, vertically, horizontal, and everything. So it spreads you out. It makes you a little vulnerable to the run. But you can tell he's starting to read the coverages and get the ball to the right guy. He's had a few, you know, Vandy drops some picks, but most of the time, you know, he gets that ball to the right guy, and they do such a good job of stretching the field that they can have 3 bad passes in a row. That 4th one will get you and get you 50 yards and a touchdown.
Ellis, will CC get back and start, or will Marty still be out there?
I don't know if Lorenzo's made that decision. They both had a real good week of practice, and we'll probably just, you know, I don't know which one he'll go with. I don't know if he's decided.
Safe to say Ellis probably the biggest test so far for your pass defense this year.
Well, obviously you would think so, because I mean that's what they really believe in. They do an excellent job with it. Statistically, that's what it says. And we've had a string. I thought the quarterback at State's a very good quarterback, but that was a quarterback shift going on. We called Tennessee when they're making a quarterback change. You know, we played Kentucky at a time when they weren't throwing it well. You know, we haven't been challenged like this in the throwing game, and it'll be a real big test. I think the whole key is, can we get to the quarterback with 4 people effectively? If we do that on occasion or frequently enough, we'll be fine. If we don't, and they're able to hold the ball back there, there's too much space in any coverage with the kind of wide receivers they've got and the way he can throw the ball.
Ellis, how did you like the pressure against Tennessee? You guys were in the backfield, but maybe didn't finish a lot of sacks. Were you overall pleased with the effort there?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was frustrated during the game, but then when you look at the film afterwards, we moved him around and he threw some balls. There were only 2 times where we actually got there and didn't make the sack. They were disappointing, but only 1 sack. But a lot of times sacks are not the big factor. But I thought it was decent, and it's certainly better than I felt like during the course of the game, because it was affecting a lot of the throws. And it was, I think sometimes they had to throw it away, but I think it affected the accuracy of a lot of throws too.
Scheme-wise, does Arkansas compare at all to anybody else y'all played this year?
Not really. I mean, a lot of teams have spread the field. They don't have the number of weapons that Arkansas has. His route concepts are a little bit different. They get the back out into the route at least 70% of the time. It puts a lot more pressure on you. When you get 5 receivers out real quickly, zone pressures are very vulnerable, so you have to either play man pressure or just play coverage. So it's a little different than the other concepts we see.
DJ was talking earlier this week about the changes you guys made earlier this season with simplifying the coverages and not having as many checks. What did you see in particular that made you want to do that, and how exactly have you guys kind of simplified it?
Well, we haven't really simplified that much. What we did, we started playing better, and we didn't have to play as many different things. You know, we've still got a lot of stuff in our package, and we've just been able to play some of the teams we've played with 2 basic zone and man coverages, and then add pressure, and I don't know if we can do that this week. So we're going to have to do more things this week and do more things in coverage and do it effectively. But the one reason we've been able to simplify more is we've been playing better, and we're getting what we need out of what we're playing.
And it helps, I imagine, that you're able to get pressure with 4. I mean, ideally that's what you would want.
Definitely, and we were getting good pressure earlier in the season, but you know, frankly, that wasn't the problem. We were so thin in the secondary that we were making some bad plays. I think once we got some depth back there and we started playing a little rotation, it's helped us a lot.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.